sure that we're good. Oh, what? Never mind, we're not live. See, it's not showing up right here. There we go. We're good. That was a lie. We are live. We're fine. It's good. I have this button and it keeps unbuttoning and it's making me... You know what's crazy? Is it feels like it's been a long time since our last Free Journal Friday.
It does feel like that.
Seems like a long time since people saw our interpersonal squabble. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Also, the word squabble is so good. That's such a good word.
Are you a squabble or a quarrel person? Quarrel.
I think the thing about a quarrel is like so intense.
Is it?
Like a quarrel is like,
Is
that
more intense?
A quarrel is like a fight. A squabble is like a disagreement in my head. I could be wrong. That's actually really possible for me to be wrong. It's happened before. Not a lot, but like it's happened.
I've always been a big fan of skirmish myself.
Ooh, a little skirmish. Skirmish feels more like military, though. You know.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that it.
Yeah, it feels like it pertains specifically to
Like a
military.
smaller military fight.
Yeah,
But I like to be silly, goofy, and use that out of context sometimes.
yeah. Being silly, goofy is fun. Being that we're silly, goofy people. You know what's crazy? We had 20 people in here before we posted it to the Heroes Quarters, which means we got some people up in here.
People waiting.
But now, granted, I will say the people on YouTube are, not to say there's anything wrong with this, but they're slowly but surely rolling in.
YouTube has always been sort of a less punctual crowd. I feel like the notifications on YouTube aren't as powerful.
Yeah.
And so you get less of a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, hey Jennifer, hi John, a couple YouTubers over there.
Angela, why the awkward wave? Is that just because the awkward wave is it's like a what is an awkward wave?
I think an awkward wave is like it's a very non-committal wave. I think the awkward wave comes when you're not sure if when you're not registering eye contact. You know what I mean? You maybe you think that someone saw you in like a very crowded place. Like let's say I'm trying to see you at a baseball game.
Yeah.
And you're like up in the stands and I'm trying to get your attention. Like, hey, I'm here and I'm doing this and I see you kind of look in my direction, but you don't see me. Now everyone around me is like, wow,
yeah.
that guy is awkward.
That's actually really good. That's a really good metaphor considering we go to so many baseball games.
Oh, we love baseball.
Yeah, a
lot of people say it's America's pastime. I think it's America's future. And that was completely sarcastic. I don't enjoy going to baseball games.
Oh.
At all.
So, wait, it's John's birthday?
Wait, what?
Which John?
Combs?
John, like the one who we work with, John?
If it's John Combs' birthday, I'm going to feel like the worst.
Yeah, we saw him today.
I'm going to feel like the worst business owner of all time.
We are the worst business owners of all time.
Oh,
it is John. Wait, no, or which John? How many John? We got a lot of Johns.
John Combs, if you're watching this, you better come forward and tell me that it's your birthday.
Or
is
Sky's husband's name John? Because if it is,
that could be it as well.
Because we met him too, which means that we're bad at memory names, which is even more embarrassing.
That was a given, but we need to make sure it's not John Combs.
I want to know when I say happy birthday, I'm saying it to the correct person. Oh, their husband, John. Okay. That makes us feel less bad because now we get to just like, without any like shame or anything like that, we get to just be like, happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, John. We have met John.
Yeah, we have met John.
So kind.
Yeah, so very kind.
Very
kind. Such a nice person to talk to. So
yeah.
Happy birthday. Thanks for being a member of the community and being so kind.
I would say John is the most present person at our live streams that doesn't actually have a Facebook account.
Who's like not at the live streams, at the live stream, but not at the live stream.
But it's it's a compliment to Sky and how inclusive Sky is.
It's true.
The whole family,
Yeah.
It's great.
And John, even though your birthday is October 7th, happy birthday to you, John
Happy
Combs.
birthday, John. It's coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Who else can I say hi to? Hi, David. Hello.
We are not quarreling with John right now.
No quarrels.
No quarrels here. Perhaps a minor squabble.
Certainly not a skirmish.
See, the thing I like about squabble is double B's are just like, they're just silly to me. Like whenever you have to do a double B, like bubble.
Really?
Like I could never be angry saying the word bubble.
Do you actually say double B? Like let's say that your last name is Bubble.
Yeah.
And you are a modern jazz singer.
Oh, B-U-B-B-L-E.
I'm just kidding. I was gonna make a Michael Bublé joke.
Oh.
No, but let's just say your last name was actually Bubble.
Yeah.
And it was spelled like Bubble, not like some weird made up version of the French version of
the word
Bublé.
Yeah.
And someone's like, how do I spell that? And you would you say B-U-B-B-L-E, or would you say B-U-B-B-L-E?
I would say B-U-B-B-L-E. Mostly because
that's a really good rhythm to that.
It's B-U-B-B-L-E.
So, because I have two L's in my name. Vitellaro, my last name, has two L's in it. And I've noticed this. Maybe someone can confirm. I think this is more of a Queen's English thing to say double the letter, to not say it twice.
Yeah.
So if they were spelling my last name, it would say V-I-T-E-L-L-A-R-O. Pretty weird.
You say double L or you don't say double L?
I don't. I just say LL.
Yeah.
But I probably should say double L because it breaks up the word nicely.
Yeah.
You know?
When I worked in tech, I was a sales guy. I had a toll-free number because Canada was part of my territory. And I would say 888 was my instead of 888, it was 888.
Yeah. Anyway, can someone confirm this? I don't know if this is a Queen's English thing. Maybe I just talked to a few very specific individuals that had accents that led me to believe that this. But I'm curious.
John said W sounds like W, but I actually think that a W is just two U's, right? That's how they made the U. The W is just by putting two U's together. So if you had two W's in your name, would you say quadruple U?
If you had two W's in your name.
Your name's confusing.
I have no idea what your name is. I can't think of a single word that has W's next to each, like two W's in a row.
Joey just said Dubby. Dubby.
Dubby.
B-U-W-B-L-E.
Dubby. Michelle said a really important thing here, which is when turkeys fight, it's a gobble squabble. And
yeah, I like that a lot.
I think that's important. That's an important thing for us to remember today. A W is actually a double V. It's very true.
But I feel like
it's such injustice.
I feel like that's depending on your penmanship, because I know a lot of people who do like who are very they're round with it.
Very liberal with
yeah.
Quite liberal with the bottom of their
they like them round. They like them double V's round.
Yeah.
Double V sounds cooler.
Double V's.
Yeah. But that sounds too close to bumblebees.
Yeah.
And then if you had Dumbledore as a B, it'd be Dumblebee. Dumblebee, which is too much.
Let up Dumblebee. Don't even get Applebee's started on this. All right. Compound words have quad U's.
Ooh.
Wow. Where's Waldo on YouTube is educating me today. I need to set up my split screen. I haven't done a good job of that yet.
John hit us with the roundy boys. Yeah, so if you're out there being a roundy boy, I'm a roundy boy. Are you
really?
Boy?
You make your W's with rounded
bottoms?
Really?
Yeah, but I have a playful
like
penmanship.
This?
I have a very playful writing.
You have a very flirty.
Yeah.
My
handwriting has been likened to that of a middle school girl.
It's very bubbly.
Yeah.
Very prepubescent.
Yeah. I dot all my I's with hearts. Yeah. Very
like bake sale.
Mm-hmm.
Very like Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I kill it.
Very and I think that's great. I feel like you've really found your brand. And here's the thing, no one's talking about this. I would actually say middle school girls are the top tier of handwriting.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better because the responsibilities of a middle school girl, having good handwriting is top 5.
Oh, it has to be top 5. Maybe even top 3.
And maybe I was never a middle school girl. Kyle was never a middle school girl. So if anyone who is ever a middle school girl could confirm that is a top 5 priority, that would be helpful.
That'd be great. But I will say this though, I'm prepping myself to be a girl dad because I'll just do my daughter's homework for her, and they'll be like, "Yep, this checks from 6th to 9th grade." After that, we're gonna probably change up, but
unless maybe your daughter has, maybe you have 2 daughters and one of them's younger.
So then that extends
buys you another 3 years.
Yeah.
Or so. Well, really another 6 years. Anyway,
now we need signed merch with Kyle dotting every I with a heart.
I'm with Amy on this one. I'm a pointy W person. I draw my W's.
Yeah.
With lines.
But here's the thing, is that you're self-proclaimed bad handwriting.
So
that actually hurts the argument for pointy W's.
It's no argument. It's just where do you line?
Where
do you line yourself?
Rachel said middle school girls spend so much time curating their penmanship. See, that's what I was thinking. See, and once again, we're oh, dude, Trey has a really good point. Warehouse Tone's handwriting isn't talked about enough. Tone has really good. So the thing about Tone, his handwriting is, it's not just like bubbly and like and flirty, but it's very legible. It's the most legible handwriting you'll ever see.
No nonsense.
Yeah.
It's really, really what comes across when I see it. But I haven't really seen. So Tone, by the way, is Kyle's best friend and used to run our warehouse here at the Heroes headquarters before we got a outsourced warehouse. I've never seen Tone's handwriting in like a journal. Is it more chicken scratchy, or is it still good?
It's exactly the same.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like, when you meet people, you're like, oh, that's that person in public, that's that person in private.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Wow.
It's that he is a one of a kind.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, he has great. I mean, he has great handwriting. He labeled our whole warehouse.
Yeah.
In his handwriting.
Fantastic. So here's the thing about Tone though. So he's a perfectionist by nature. Mm-hmm. Very organized, very kind of like likes his things to be. So if he ever makes a mistake though in his handwriting, that the whole piece of paper is going in the trash.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have people in there. We have people who are self-identified bad handwriters. We have people who are curved U. We have people who are I was trying to figure out what Mad Dog was trying to say about my handwriting being fluid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Is that like it's like
it
crosses generations, or I have a very fluid motion?
Crosses generations.
Like it could be the handwriting of.
I was thinking it was just the actual motions itself. Because if your W's don't have any or don't have points at the bottom of them, that points to a very fluid handwriting.
Yeah, it's true. Points slow you down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make a good argument that writing a W as actually 2 U's is faster.
Yeah.
Than writing you got to switch directions a whole lot. Double V.
Yeah. Oh, my handwriting is gender fluid. Yeah. So it's like.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's what I'm going for. I want my handwriting. I want the words to stand for themselves. I don't want them to think about who's writing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See?
I feel so bad about myself now.
Don't feel bad.
my handwriting's so gendered.
Yeah, dude.
Shoot.
Yeah. I
feel like live stream.
I feel like handwriting is actually a lost form. Because you don't see people's handwriting very often anymore.
It's true.
So it's
a very special thing. Like the stock in handwritten letters has shot through the roof.
Yeah.
If you are writing someone a handwritten letter, whether it's a birthday card or maybe it's like a Valentine's Day card, maybe it's a get well soon card or something like that.
Yeah.
In fact, many of you have written us letters.
Yeah.
I think the most recent was from Mackenzie that we got, and then before that it was from Jessica, right? But we get them all the time.
Yeah.
And they are always just so touching.
Yeah.
They're so personalized. It's like a very, in a world where everyone's being watched all the time, much of the communique that we send back and forth is monitored, or doesn't feel sacred. There is a rising stock in handwritten notes meant for one person to be read at one point in time and to be kept, cherished.
Yeah.
What's so special about a handwritten letter? What do you think it is?
It's weird. There's a feeling of connection. And as things get faster, like when someone does something slow for you, that it means way more, right? Like someone
Interesting. Okay.
went and bought like a piece like of stationery. They got their pen, they sat down, they wrote out what they were thinking. They didn't make mistakes because they would have like lines through stuff, right? Or if they did make mistakes, you could tell you can like see their thinking.
You had to get like wide out and go fix it. And
so the slower things take, I think the more it means now because things happen so fast.
That's a good point.
It's just thoughtful.
I think also there's a tangible degree to it, right?
Yeah.
Because think about this. Like let's say I typed up a letter and printed it out and sent it to you.
Yeah.
It still wouldn't mean anywhere near the same as if I wrote it. I think here's the other thing about it. It's not, you can't repeat that.
Yeah.
Like it's one of one.
Uh-huh.
It's an NFT. No, I'm just kidding. It's a one of one for that person and just for you to share. Mm-hmm. You won't write all your W's the same, maybe unless you're you. That was a confusing thing to say.
Unless you're V.
Yeah, the way that was phrased didn't do me any favors. But I don't know. It's like even Mackenzie's. She like drew a little climber on hers, and it's like if you asked her to draw the climber again, she'd probably draw it like slightly different or look a little different, or I don't know. And it's like you just get to share that that letter with them.
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
I've written a few letters. I have a friend who lives in New York who we do postcards back and forth.
That's right.
Yeah. She lives a lot more interesting life than me, so she'll send me like postcards from cool places. I just send them from Kirkland, Washington, but either way. And then Mad Dog. I sent Mad Dog a couple letters here and there, but most recently on her birthday was
Mad Dog
it feels
is
good
known to do handwritten letters.
It feels good to like think about it. You know, it feels good to be like, what? Because you have so little space. That's the other thing. Like,
it's true. I have wanted to, and I'm always kind of hesitant to talk about things like this. I have wanted to become the person that sends more handwritten notes to people. So much so that I have shopped on multiple occasions for stacks of thank you cards or certain kinds of cards to keep on my desk.
Yeah.
Just when I'm bored or I have a moment. Because I mean, I write in my hero's journal every morning, and I'm always writing allies, or I'm writing about people that I'm grateful for. And, you know, I love the hero's journal, but sometimes there's not enough space. And I want to expound. I want to talk more about it. And I want them to know.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like, because the also think about it's like the Abraham Lincoln quote. It's like, if you want me to talk for 3 hours, give me a day. If you want me to talk for 15 minutes, give me 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like
something like that.
Or something like that. He was very casual.
You're quite liberal with the times.
Or
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like on a letter, like that takes a lot of work to just like think about the specific thing you're going to say to somebody.
Being concise, ironically, takes a long time.
Yeah, you know, and as you can tell from Nick and I's banter here in our live streams, we are not great at. Would it be concision? Would that be the word for it?
Concision.
Like the noun version of being concise. Is that noun?
It honestly sounds valid. I think I'm going to give a green light on this one.
Do we like concision out there? How do we feel about concision? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Concision.
Amy said that we haven't sent them any letters. We haven't. We need to. We need to like.
That's right. Concision is a real
We need
word.
to figure that system out. You know what? One thing I've been thinking about. And I've been thinking about it since I spoke about it earlier. But mail time on TikTok.
Mail time. Yeah.
Mail time would be fun.
It'd be fun to open mail. We did it once, or we kind of did it around the holidays when we were getting a bunch of Christmas cards, those were super thoughtful.
But like having them be like people write down their story and then we open them and it's like mail, you know?
That'd be kind of fun actually. Right. But sometimes people don't want their things, you know, read aloud. Sometimes they do. Either way, I'd be down for it. The real question, I don't know if people know this, Kyle and I are spending a month in Austin. And this is a big deal. Are we going to keep the live stream time 2 p.m. Central Time?
Oh.
Or I guess keeping it would mean, what would it be, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, it's
4 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah. How do we do it? How do we go?
That's pretty late.
That's late.
All the people on the East Coast and Central Time are like, finally, you feel our pain. Or should we back it up to 2 p.m. Central Time? That way, I mean, that feels like it makes the most sense, right?
Being central is the most. I mean, people who live on the West Coast will just not be able to make it.
Yeah. Let us know.
Because that'll be noon.
Let us know.
Conceiety.
Conceiety
feels good.
Concisity.
Conceiety? Is it concisity or conceiety?
I don't know.
Because there's no second S. Well, I guess the C and the S. Concisity?
No, I'm not quite sure here. Where's Waldo says 4 p.m. Central, so that would be the same time.
Yeah. So, conciseness. So,
concision is the word, says Alicia.
I forgot how how do I even use it in a sentence? I was like, we're not known for our concision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conciseness is also correct.
We're not known for our conciseness. That would probably be a sentence that people would be more comfortable hearing, you know?
Yeah, probably. I like concision though. I think concision is a clever word. It's easy understandable. You say concisity, that's a lot.
Yeah,
it feels like a reach.
Yeah, I think Trey just said conscientiousness, which I think is pretty different.
Is it though?
Conciousness.
All right.
Wow, that's tough. You know what's funny is that the segment of us talking about concision is very not concise. Is very not concise, which is also a not concise sentence.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we thought about something the other day. We were talking about the word abbreviation.
That's right.
And we were talking about how funny it is that the word abbreviation is so long.
There's a classic joke.
Yeah.
It's very, very middle school, high school level joke, which is, why is the word abbreviation so long?
But
we found a new problem.
Here's a spin on it.
We found the real wrench here.
If abbreviation was short, you wouldn't be able to abbreviate abbreviation.
Exactly.
So therefore, it has to be long so that you can go ABBREV, period.
We also talked about the fact that it's a hard word to abbreviate, which is the real. Not the real. It's. I would say it's the second problem. First problem is it's too long. If it was short, you wouldn't be able to abbreviate it. And two, there isn't really a good abbreviation for it that you'd be able to recognize.
Yeah, I think abbrev is pretty used.
Is it?
Yeah, ABBREV, period.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common abbreviation for the word abbreviation. Abbrev.
Wow.
I think it's one of those things that's more seen than spoken, you know?
Really? I can't even imagine a scenario where someone would actually abbreviate the word abbreviate. Like I'm trying to think of like an email where someone's like they say a word, they say an actual abbreviation, and then they go, that is an abbrev for, and then they type out the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's another use.
You know, David said it sounds like an air freshener. Abbrev. So Leilani said, I personally abbreviate it as ABRV. That's a really good one.
Yeah. ABRV is good.
Yeah. ABRV is like, for a written, is like, that's like.
Yeah.
But why would you ever write the word abbreviate? You know what I mean? It's more understood. The word abbreviation is understood. You rarely ever use the word abbreviation, right?
Yeah. Rarely.
It's like air. It's used but never seen.
Ab brief E8. I don't know. Okay. All right.
Rachel also uses abbrev.
Look at that. Abbrev. Maybe we're wrong on this. Maybe there is a good abbreviation.
In note taking. It's
like abbreviated. Okay.
But it's kind of meta to use the word abbreviation. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of meta to be like the abbrev for I don't know. What's a common abbreviation?
Like USA.
Yeah? Is that an abbreviation or is that a
I guess, I don't know. Well, maybe it isn't.
That's a what's that called?
An acronym?
Acronym.
Is it an acronym?
An abbreviation would be like MAR for March.
Oh, you're right.
Or like JUN for June. Not just for some reason there's no E.
Is US an abbreviation and a
Is US? That's a good question. Is that both an acronym and an abbreviation?
Very interesting.
Making a list of abbreviations would be a good time. But if you're making a list of something, you want to be as clear as possible what the list is. So you probably wouldn't abbreviate the word abbreviation.
That's a good point. This conversation is both making my head hurt and making me fall asleep.
You know what's a really great one is approximate, which approx, and then example, ex. Example is probably the most used abbreviation. I would.
Yep.
US is initialism. Okay. What is initialism?
Maybe it's like maybe it's the fact that there's other territories or countries that could be abbreviated US, but US takes it.
Oh, okay. So an acronym is formed when you combine the first letters of a phrase to create a new word, like laser. Initialism is formed when you combine the first letter of a phrase, but the words say the individual letters.
Wow.
VIP.
We've gone down a deep rabbit hole on this one.
LOL is not an acronym. It's an initialism. Why is no one teaching us about initialisms in middle school?
Seriously, that's the kind of useless knowledge that I want our children to be learning every day at school. That's the kind of stuff I want, along with cursive.
Wait, an acronym is also an abbreviation?
And how to square dance. All right.
I like John's. It was LST of ABBRV.
Yeah. The next email we get from John is going to be all abbreviations. We're like, John, did you get hacked? What's going on?
Cool. What's going on? Hey, you know what we should do?
What?
We should show them the beans of what Ryan made this morning. We should paint the picture. We should have everyone put their imaginary dream hats on.
I mean, we could show the draft.
I know the draft, but I think it's actually a really good symbol of where we're going. I think that is the best indicator of where we want this thing to be in a year.
Fair. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to find.
Hey, Rachel. We need you to be more toxic about initialisms.
We need show this one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
Oh, that one. The one with the shiny one.
Okay.
I like that it goes hard. The beans we're about to drop for everybody right here.
These are some pretty wild beans.
All right, everyone. I need you to close your eyes.
You don't have to close your eyes.
Close them.
You don't have to.
Do it.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I'll tell you that much. This is a mock-up of a shelf. Not even a shelf. This is a mock-up of what it would look like if you took all of the upcoming Heroes Journal boxes for all of the journals we've ever made, or all the ones that we will make going forward, and put them next to each other. And the main highlight here, the reason that this mock-up exists, is because we wanted to showcase these new indicators that we'll be putting on the new boxes, or this will be kind of later in the year, probably I would say from the summer going forward. The bottom of each side of each box, which is a very weird thing to say, will have little color indicators of what color the actual journal is. Okay, so what you're looking at here is on the right side with all of the ship and circle crests. That's for GOI. And at the bottom, you'll see a little Saturn-looking planet, and that indicates what color each of the journals are. So you have that cosmic rose, that magenta color. You have that lunar sand, gray beige color. And then solar flare is that orange color. And then on the far, far right, you have the deep space edition. That's just a mock-up. It'll essentially be transparent because the journal itself is black. So yeah. And then, same thing, same concept for IMA. You can see Potions Purple, Cauldron Gray, and Mystic Blue. And then as well for LOI. You can see it all there. So yeah, this is sort of a very, very rough mock-up of the different text, the font families, I should say, the icons that will go on there, as well as the little color indicators. That way, let's say you are just a super fan of the Hero's Journal and you have a bunch of them on your shelf, you'll be able to tell what color belongs in what box without having to look at the front, which I think is kind of nice. So yeah.
And it also is really, really cool.
And this is also cool. I think this would be cool to have like this full collection.
Yeah.
It looks like we're selling almanacs or something.
Seriously. So here's a couple things that I love about this.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
So the first thing I love about it is that it's so colorful. Right.
It's very colorful.
I feel like colors though are predominantly, they interact with the eyesight, right? You see colors, but I feel like colors are felt in a way that other things aren't. I feel like that's why people have a favorite color, right? Is I feel like colors have this this evocative aspect to them. So I love that you can kind of see these things because the stories we tell about ourselves are like emotional things. Right. So when you put your journal back in its box on your shelf, you see the color and you feel that story that you lived.
Wow.
Which to me like means a lot.
Very evocative.
The other thing that I really, really like about this is the different icons. So one of the things about these icons is that this is like the first time that it really, really feels like we have like that magic tree house. Like,
yeah.
I open this thing up and it has a flavor of the thing that I love. Yeah. Right.
Each of them has their own adventure in there.
But each of them has their own adventure in it. And so like, to me, that allows for a differentiation.
Yeah.
Because it shows that like life isn't about one quest. Life is about like an amalgamation of many quests.
Yeah.
And that this is such a good way of showing that. And then the last thing I like about it.
Wow. There's more.
I love these shields. Shields are so cool.
Shields are cool. Yeah.
Because one thing about the development of our product over the course of the 4 years we've been doing this is that GUI for the most part has been this the whole time, right? Because it started at V3 of LOI.
Yeah.
And then IMA started at V2 of LOI. Right. So you see what LOI has become.
Yes.
That has come the furthest. So it's like seeing your oldest child graduate from college, you know, because it's been around the longest, and that's the thing that has received the most transformation since the beginning of this. So you see it, and for me personally, internally, I'm like, wow, we've come a long ways.
I love that.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Wow.
What? Get that one?
Yeah, I want to show some more things since we're talking about spines and such. I guess this is another thing that is definitely spilling some beans here. So this is the file, the foiling file, which is a weird thing to say, but the foiling file for the Deep Space Edition. So this is similar to the Adventurers Edition in Legend of Astoria. It has that fancy foiling on the spine, but of course we wanted to have kind of a Galaxy of Astoria themed spine. So as you can see, we have that little Saturn looking planet, and then we have a little comet, asteroid if you will, and then a little Earth looking planet, and then a little sun. Which, believe it or not, this is actually all the different parts, different stages, acts, if you will, of the story. All of them are kind of contained here in a very subtle way. And I feel like it's very spacey, and I feel like if you saw it on a shelf, you'd be very, you'd be very enchanted. You'd be like very invited to this space adventure, which is exactly what we were trying to do here. So I'm really, really excited about how this turned out. I can't wait to see it in gold and black. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool. Should we show them the last thing?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's us for right now.
Okay, give me a second to pull this up.
Cora said, I'm getting excited about space, but I haven't even finished one journal yet. Fret not. The journals pace, they're at your own pace, you know?
What?
We're just excited to hear that you're questing.
I got a little bit lost there. So.
Oh yeah. That's big time right there.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that's the one.
This one is
okay. This is
big time.
This is an early mock-up of an actual box. It's actually the first mock-up that we have so far. I would expect it to change a little bit here and there, so this isn't like the final. But when I saw this, I got butterflies in my stomach. I was so incredibly excited because this is such a powerful moment for the business. You can go ahead and full screen it. There you go.
It's not up yet.
Wait, just kidding. All right, there you go. This is the first sneak peek at one of the boxes. I should say the solar flare box for Galaxy of Astoria. And I have to say, I think it looks pretty fun. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this storyline is going to be so cool. It's going to be so much fun. You know.
Can you show the thing of all four of them together? All three of them together? The three storylines. The thing you put on. Can you take a screenshot from the from the presentation?
Yeah, give me a second.
Doesn't this look like it looks like such a quirky, fun adventure, you know?
What is the easiest way to do this? Taking a screenshot.
Taking a screenshot.
And then I need to go.
All right, you ready for this? Nick and I have spent the last 4 years of our lives getting to this moment right now. So, welcome.
Wow.
Welcome to the future of the Heroes Journal right here.
Quite a lead-in. Okay.
We have been working on it. I mean, that's
we have. I mean, this is all things for the most part you guys have seen, but just as a concept, here you go. Bridget asked a really good question. Well, there you go. Choose your adventure. This is the kind of future that we kind of envision at the Heroes Journal. We want to kind of evolve from a single journal, single storyline, brand. And then last year we, evolved into kind of a 2 different storyline brand, kind of an either or, if you will, which one's right for me. And in, this year we want to obviously expand into more of a choose your adventure kind of a brand. And so when you come to the Heroes Journal, obviously people here are kind of like veterans, but for the new heroes that are showing up, we hope that it's kind of a fun experience where they get to shop around and figure out what is the best storyline for them, what's the best journal to house their quest. And so I hope this is a really fun shopping experience for those individuals. And I hope that it leads to them, finishing a journal. So
yeah. Also, I think this is the first story that you doesn't wear a hat.
That's true. There is definitely a few scenes with a helmet.
Yeah, but for the most part,
that's right. No hat.
No hat.
No hat. Bridget said something. She said, "Is that a tiny robot?" So that is a tiny robot, but believe it or not, that is actually Quota. That's right. Quota in this storyline is a little robot. Quota still delivers the quote of the day, of course, but Quota actually plays kind of a pivotal part in this story. Quota brings you the call to adventure, and then ends up going on the adventure with you. Yeah. So a lot more interaction from Quota in this journal, and we get a more exciting storyline there. Yeah. So
this will not be a Kickstarter. I think I can confidently say that it's not going to be a Kickstarter. Yeah. If it was a Kickstarter, we would have started making it a Kickstarter by now.
That's true. We have really, really gone back and forth on doing a Kickstarter or not, but we have ultimately decided, both for our sanity, for the sake of our throughput in our business, and honestly, for the sake of getting to be a little more nimble. Yeah. We just decided to just do a classic release on our website. We want to sell this journal for a long time, and we want to sell journals in general for a long time. And the way that you do that, even though it's not as sexy, it's a little more boring. The way you do that is you have a healthy throughput, which means you have a healthy inventory to pull from. When you do big releases and big Kickstarters and things, it's very easy to run out of inventory. For instance, when we did our last Kickstarter for Story Magic Academy, we didn't pay enough attention to our Legend of Astoria inventory. We ended up running out of inventory, not having anything to sell for about a month. And, you know, we had this great, awesome Kickstarter, but like we lost a whole bunch of ground where we could have been helping more people, could have been selling more journals and getting more people set out on their quests. But I think we got so starry-eyed with the new release that we forgot that we have these that we have these other storylines that get just as much, sometimes more attention. And so not doing a Kickstarter helps us to stay focused. It helps us to stay lean and a lot more nimble. And what it really means for you is you get your journals faster. Yeah. Because Kickstarter is a headache for getting people's information to ship them things correctly. Like we are still dealing with tickets from our Kickstarter a year ago. So think about that. Think about having a problem with a business that is over a year old. That's what it's like. So we're trying to avoid that at all costs. Yeah. As fun and exciting as Kickstarter is, for this release, we are just doing it on our website. So yeah. We that was a lot of beans, by the way.
That was a ton of beans.
You guys are probably sitting back just full of beans because we spilled all of them.
As for the release date, though, just so we're not going to say it because we don't have one, but Rachel said it must be so awesome. It must feel really good to see kind of this dream come to a full reality. It really does. Like it's a very heartwarming moment.
Seriously.
Obviously, Nick and I are like, we love making stuff. The hardest part about running a business for us is that if we could, we would just make new stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
But like the growing up business stuff is us realizing that we have to kind of like cool our jets a little bit and slow stuff down. So we'll probably be here for a little while on the 3 storylines. So I've seen people talk about like undersea adventure or pirate faring adventure or anime, or even talked about like Sherlock Holmes or like all those things are stuff that we like in our hearts like dream of doing. But we want to make sure that we have the money to do it because more stuff costs more and more money, which makes us more and more fragile. And one of our promises, not just to make fun and exciting stories for everybody, but to be available and to be able to be a resource for people. And to do that, we have to stay in business and have inventory and all that stuff. So
that's true. This also allows us to kind of make like each storyline its own market. That's not really the right word, but I guess what I mean is like we get to make products in each of these different storylines. So for instance, like we want to make companion journals that are just for like GOI, companion journals that are just for LOI, and maybe even themed after different biomes in the LOI storyline or different characters or different planets from GOI. Just for example, and then have that be sort of an experience. If you really love the GOI storyline, you can get more things, you know? So that would mean like plushies. It would mean side quest decks. It would mean pins, enamel pins, sticker
companion
books.
Journals.
Yeah. Companion journals. Like, so being able to make all of those things in each different storyline, for those who like people who really love these certain kind of fandoms, it's our way of kind of making that a more exciting shopping experience for people. So
we're kind of one of the things that we run into is that people love what we do, and we're super thankful that we have like such a loyal hero base like all of you, and we want to give you like things that you can enjoy more often than every 3 or so months, or feel like, because one of our fears is that like we make a ton of really cool stuff and you have 5 journals on your shelf that are screaming at you and you feel guilty about it. We would never want that to happen. So by staying at 3 and allowing us to kind of expand out, we all get to kind of celebrate these journals without necessarily having to get more journals. So we can kind of keep in diving into what the Heroes Journal, what the Land of Astoria, or what the Story Magic Academy or the Galaxy of Astoria could offer.
Yeah, it's funny because we, It's no secret that the name of our most popular product is also the name of our company, which is like a classic. It's classic evidence of a company being a product before they were a company, which is what we were. When we launched on Kickstarter in 2019, we were just trying to raise money to make this journal.
Yeah.
And as time went on, we had to grow up a little bit, and we were just like, we'll just call the company the Heroes Journal.
Yeah.
But now, like a couple years down the road, we've made other things that aren't journals. We've made decks, we've made plushies, we've made pens, we've made a lot of different random stuff that definitely falls under the umbrella. But I think that is going to continue to be our trajectory as we grow. We won't just make the Heroes Journal going forward. I would love to see us make a lot of different stuff, a lot of different things that when you use them, when you see them, you associate them with being the hero of your life. And that encourages you to use it. I believe that, people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it. And we have always driven home this philosophy that you deserve to feel like the hero of your life, and you are fully capable of feeling like the hero of your life. And so I would love to get us to a place where, we don't just have the Heroes Journal that does that for you, but we have kind of a whole suite of different options at different price points that people can jump in and they can get that feeling. They can associate that feeling of like, I'm in control and I'm the hero and I make my destiny and this is my quest. Whether that be just like a lined companion notebook journal, a fountain pen, or a full-fledged, special edition Heroes Journal. Whatever it is, I just want people to see the Heroes Journal or see our brand and think to themselves and really feel the magic of like, I can do anything because I'm the hero of the story. So that's kind of our whole thing.
Bridget, we'll definitely let you know if we make a board game because we would never want to make an imperfect rule book.
I would lose my entire mind. We've thought about making a board game. We've actually talked a fair amount about it, for sure.
Yeah,
it's definitely on the menu.
Seasons of Astoria. Seasons of. Sorry. We need to brag a little bit.
Yeah, we're super behind. In fact, now that I'm checking the time.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
Oh.
Is that Eastern time or is that Standard Time?
No, this is accurate time here.
So what you're telling me is that it is.
It's brag o'clock.
Yeah.
The clock just struck brag o'clock. Oh, so cheesy. It's always cheesy, but okay.
Here's
the deal.
Always cheesy.
We really only have 2 segments on this live stream. And the first one is called Brag O'Clock. Brag O'Clock is where you type in the comment section. And if you're on Facebook, respond to the thread. If you're on YouTube, you can just dump it in the comment section. Brag O'Clock is all about you being proud of the things you have accomplished. And so we believe that people don't often enough get a chance to hear that someone is proud of them. And we want to say that we're proud of you. All you have to do is type in something that you feel proud of yourself for. The only rule about Brag O'Clock is that you toss humility out the window. You toss all the self-deprecating, all the excuses, whatever, just toss it out. And just for a second, be proud, be prideful. Throw in the thing that you are proud of, and we're going to read it because this is your chance to be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back a little bit. So whether you just finished your PhD or something, or you just got out of bed this morning, or maybe you laid in bed all day, I don't know. This is your chance to brag about it, and we're going to read them for a little bit, and then we're going to give away a free journal after that.
Do you want Facebook or YouTube today?
Also,
Ivy.
I'll start on YouTube.
Ivy Johansson. It's 11 p.m. So that means you're in Europe. Where in Europe are you at?
Yeah, we're in Europe.
And on Facebook, please respond to the Brag O'Clock. I got a couple quick ones before I jump in the thread. Angela advocated for themselves and got for an MRI and was right. Good on you. I love that.
Good for you.
And then Chris Fracker's son learned how to use the potty, which is, I'm sure, a sigh of relief for you.
That's amazing. Leilani on YouTube said, was able to push through and complete a chemistry test today. Didn't go perfect at all, but it didn't feel like a complete dumpster fire either. So I'm going to give myself that win. I love that.
Christy said, my baby has 2 teeth. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Whereas Waldo said, I followed through on doctor's visits and got all my tests done this week. Good for you. Love it.
David said, I have extracted so many shirts to Marie Kondo the heck out of them, and still going. Once I have all of them extracted and washed, I will decide which ones spark joy and find new homes, or pitch if needed.
I love that. There is a high associated with getting rid of clothes.
I loved the verbing of Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
It took me a second to figure that sentence out.
That was great. Cheyenne said, I got my daughter's room nice and organized. That's a great feeling. Also, Ivy's from Denmark, by the way.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, hello from Seattle to Denmark. Jessica said, I actually made myself stay signed in all week and not take any PTO, but I planned next week a long weekend. Good job. Way to earn that long weekend.
I love it. Rachel on YouTube said, one of my D&D campaign members told me she's more excited about tonight's session because of my RP choices in our last session. Super proud of my RP growth and being a positive team member. That's so fun.
So fun.
I love D&D, man. It's just so much fun. Okay, that's incredible, Rachel.
Alexandria said, I'm doing a great job raising a 6-year-old boy who is funny, smart, and so kind.
Oh,
I love that.
I'm sure he'd love to hear that too. Laura said, I got a summer internship. Congratulations. Laura, you got plans for the summer.
Oh, yeah. David also finally went and got their blood drawn for their med test I was prescribed in early February. Good on you. I don't like needles very much, so I get it.
I love it. Cora on YouTube said, I went to a local board game fair and interacted with a lot of strangers. I was also wearing my Heroes Journal shirt, and I got some positive comments about it. We got a billboard out there. Thank you, Cora.
Margaret said, I worked in the garden and planted peas. That's so cool.
I love that. That sounds so therapeutic. Brandy, I'm proud that I've gone from a cart pusher at Sam's Club to now being with a company where I coordinate things without a degree.
Wow. Incredible. Good on you.
Love it.
Chelsea said, I'm restarting my weight loss journey. My fiance's mom got a Peloton. Congratulations. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I love it. Kara said, I adulted today by spending 3 hours filling out insurance forms for the raw sewage backup in the basement of the rental we'd only lived in for 6 days.
Oh, wow.
That is
raw sewage does not sound like it smells very good.
No, that's very adult and definitely worth a brag.
Cody said, I killed it in pad work for Muay Thai and finished knitting a scarf. Those two are like, that's the dichotomy of those two things.
Well-rounded human.
It's like power and grace.
That is incredible. Carly is bragging. Carly is one of our heroes on staff here. She said, I just finished my 200 RYT. I'm not sure what that is.
I think that was the yoga certification.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to go, Carly.
That's amazing.
That's dope.
I'm still pushing to get the invite to one of these yoga classes.
What the heck?
Also, I wanted to make a joke about the Cody Stevens thing. It's like, you know how Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's like pad work like Muay Thai and knitting like a scarf. I don't know. It didn't work. I'm sorry. I ruined it. Guys, I'm sorry. It's brag o'clock, not Kyle's dumb jokes. Sarah said, I've started a quest to create a knitting circle RPG game time. Wow. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Faye on YouTube said, after decades of dreaming about it and years of preparing, this last year I started a nonprofit performing art studio. I'm proud of that and proud that every day I face what's new. That's so cool. Incredible. That's super cool, Faye.
Tanya had a physical after a 5-year hiatus and is healthy. Congratulations.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Tanya. Rashab says 10 pounds away from reaching under 300-pound goal.
Let's go.
Good for you.
That's amazing.
Rashab, I love seeing the updates to your quest. Incredible.
Ruth emptied the last moving box from their move. That's big. Having moved like 47 times in the last 5 years, I get it, and that is amazing.
Talk about closing a chapter. That's incredible. Trey said, I finished chapter 3 of the book I am writing. Not reading.
I've chapter 1 and 2, so it's true. It's good so far.
Kyle's proofreading it.
Yeah, it's great. So
I would like an advanced copy.
Yeah, seriously, signed with all of your W's.
Yeah.
U's. Anyways, Christy said their son, who has 2 teeth from an earlier brag, also has started playing with his feet. That's exciting.
Love it. Patches on YouTube said, last weekend I went on a vacation with my boyfriend that we had saved up for. I taught him how to ski for the first time. We also went to an amazing outdoor Scandinavian spa and got massages.
Wow.
That's a fancy trip.
I love that trip. I want that trip.
Sounds very fun.
Bridget said, I've collected almost everything I need for my cosplay build, and I'm on track to slowly and safely lose the 15 pounds to make it feel comfortable and confident in. Also, a man at work told me I need to smile more today, and I let him live.
Yikes.
Yeah. That is such a great brag. And also, I'm terrified. I've never been terrified from a brag, but
that guy has no idea how lucky he is. Okay, Stacy, I took the final in my online course and didn't stress much about it and got a good grade. Rewarded myself with watching a movie online.
Wow.
Love that. Good for you, Stacy.
Terry said, I was invited back to my school to guest teach today. It went really well. Not bad for a guy with Asperger's syndrome. That's not bad for anybody. So yeah, that's amazing. Good for you.
Sleepy Ghost on YouTube said, finally finish Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's huge.
Which is actually a legitimate accomplishment. It's a very difficult video game.
Chelsea said, fiance Steve update, 6 weeks in, 6 or 7 drinks gone. He keeps going and pushing. Let's go. Yes. The weekly update that we live for.
Weekly update. Thank you so much. A lot of love over here on YouTube. I'll tell you what, everyone's kind of saying these brags are so good on YouTube.
Yeah.
Rachel getting a little bit of love over to, I think it was Bridget's brag
about letting him live.
Saying that it takes amazing strength to let that man live. Couldn't agree. This is great.
71 people, by the way, right now.
Yeah, lots of great energy over here on YouTube.
Oh, I'm still going. I saved a cat from being put to sleep for being allegedly feral. She has her new forever home, and she spelled forever F-U-R.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
That's real. I can take the next one.
Yeah,
on Facebook. So Chelsea Law said,
I already read that. You're at Ace.
I'm at Ace. Ace. Seattle brag about I was at Walgreens, and is the story or cash register say he likes these new Coca-Cola drinks called the Galaxy Space flavor. I bought 3. Wow, this is very long. I think that's just the brag. I think the brag is that Ace got to try a new Galaxy Space flavor Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Which is a great brag. Sorry, I couldn't totally track with that, Ace.
Christy said, my daughter's blanket is almost finished, picking the Heroes Quarters. I'm also making my health more of a priority. Saw a new doctor this week and booked 2 new appointments.
Love it.
I love that, Christy. Health as well.
Amy Duluth said, trying to bulk up my supplies for upcoming craft fairs. I've got 2 coming up in April and 1 in May. Also still sticking to my eating disorder recovery program and learning useful skills to help me keep my momentum moving forward. That's incredible, Amy. Good for you. Keep on keeping on.
Sky said, I survived the last week, including multiple panic attacks.
I'm glad to hear that,
Good
Sky.
for you. That's amazing.
I'm glad to hear things are getting better, hopefully. Reem said, getting back into reading while recuperating and trying to come up with cool ideas to revive the Heroes Journal Book Club. I have heard murmurings about the Heroes Journal Book Club.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad to see Reem is at the helm of its revival.
Oh, that was great. That was a great sentence.
Thank you.
Michelle said, I did a 5K this week. Got steroid injections in my back. Had Christmas with my friend who absolutely loved her gifts.
Whoa.
And hubby cooked an amazing meal for us all. Also set up a series of medical appointments. Wow. Michelle.
Never too late, never too early for Christmas.
I met with Michelle about almost a year ago, coming up on a year ago. And Michelle, the growth that you've had in that year is truly amazing. It's been really, really fun to be a part of it. So thank you for kind of always keeping us up to date. It means a lot.
Ace said again here, let's see. I'm still trying to learn self-care, like self-love for myself. I need to do that more. And so lately I've been trying to eat healthier, drink more water, love myself, and be content with myself. I love that, Ace.
Yeah, it's amazing. Judy said, I've officially lost 10 pounds since the beginning of February. Wow. Good on you. Congratulations.
Wow, good for you. Melinda said, my last cancer scans came back stable this week, and I'm putting a plant stand together by myself.
I love that.
Thank you for the update, Melinda. It's good to hear from you.
Melissa said, my husband and I made the first steps to figure out our infertility. Wow. I love that. I love, new heroes to the world.
Seriously. Devorah said, I finished a ghostwriting project. Good for you.
Yeah. Ace said, well, I went to the QT, got myself a G drinks. I know they're not that's not healthy, but sometimes it works. Coffee is good for asthma and really is. I'm glad it came home for the rest of a little bit. Went walking again. That's amazing. Sorry, we're not the best readers out loud, so I have to scan. But it sounds like you're doing a lot of stuff to make your life a lot healthier.
Yeah, I love it. Aces all over here. I used to live by a Quick Trip, by the way. They don't have them here, but they're just gas stations. Mackenzie said, I went to a con last weekend and made 2 chainmail flowers and talked about the Heroes Journal to some people because they liked my Heroes Journal shirt. Wow.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Lots of love for the Heroes Journal shirt. Maybe it's like
Seriously.
springtime. Maybe the shirt's going out.
This guy said, John figured out how to remove the back seat of our car so we can replace it. Good on you, John. Happy birthday. And figured all that stuff out. I love that.
Incredible. I love it. Nicole Mack said, I'm feeling better mentally since I got a med change up.
It's amazing.
Cool. Love it.
And then Corvette said, I got a free treadmill and home gym is almost done to start recovery from long-term COVID too.
Wow.
I love that.
That was incredible. I think that is everyone for the brag o'clock. There's probably some that fell through the cracks, but it's already 3:01, which means we got to give away a free journal.
Yeah.
So next segment, the only other segment during the live stream. This is the part where we give away I guess that's the name of the live stream. So this is the part where we give away a free journal. Here are the rules for those who may not be familiar. So we are giving away one free journal this week. The way it works is you have to submit your name. The way you do that is super easy. There's a pinned link on Facebook as well as on YouTube. All you got to do is follow that link, enter your information, and then we are going to take all the names, all the entries. We're going to put them in a giant, sophisticated, proprietary, super advanced, giant spinny wheel thing. We're going to randomize it. We're going to pick one winner, and then that winner has 90 seconds from the time that their name gets called to claim their free journal. Now, the way that you claim your journal is you got to comment something, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. It can be whatever you want. We just got to know that you are present. If you don't claim your journal, then we got to roll again. And that's pretty much how it works. How many entries do we have?
It's like it's a lot.
Let's see the final amount.
Final amount is 67.
67 entries. Chelsea also put her fiance, which I think is fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Okay.
It's not on the thing yet. I think it's
Okay. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. And the winner of Free Journal Friday on March 25th, 2022 is
Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole. Come on down. Ashley Cole. All you got to do, comment. We'll start the countdown. Wow.
Oh, whoa.
I think the countdown's broken.
We lost it. No more countdown.
I'll do it on my phone here. You got a little bit of extra time here, Ashley.
Oh, do you know why? It's because Bert, he cleaned out his computer.
Oh.
And the files were on his computer.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I started a minute and a half.
Ashley
timer.
Cole.
Oh, she's already here.
Ashley
I
here.
couldn't even pull up a timer.
And it's their birthday weekend.
No way.
And my last name's Cole.
Wow. You want
Crazy.
a free journal too?
What?
You want a free journal too?
Maybe. I'll let you know.
Well, too bad. You didn't win.
Okay.
Congratulations, Ashley, and happy stinking birthday. All you got to do is email support@theheroesjournal.co. I think Kyle will drop a comment for that email. Let them know what color you want. And if you'd like a free side quest deck, let them know.
Yeah.
Because it's your birthday. And it's your birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Rather. And you deserve it. And we don't always do that. But because it's your birthday, because you have the last name Cole,
It's true.
It's a special day. And let them know what color you want. I think we have all of them in stock except for Cauldron Gray.
We have everything in stock except for Cauldron Gray.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. And Cole's not a common last name. You know, there's a lot of syllables and
It's hard to pronounce too.
it's hard to spelling it is tough.
Oh man, don't even get me started.
Yeah, having to go your whole life because I know that experience. It's hard. So
as a Cole.
yeah,
it's so true.
Well, happy birthday, everybody.
Whatever your birthday is.
Just happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday to Ashley. Happy birthday to Sky's husband, John.
And happy birthday to John Combs.
John
October
Combs.
7th.
October
October 7th. A little ways away, but we thought we'd
coming up.
cover our bases.
Hey, listen, if you don't hear it on your birthday, hear it now.
Yeah, know what we should do?
Happy birthday.
Do you know what we should do? We should make a YouTube video that has us saying happy birthday. And then people on their birthday, they pull up that video. And it's us saying happy birthday.
Just vaguely.
Yeah.
Just be like, man, you're so great. Like,
Happy birthday, hero.
happy birthday. I'm so glad that you're a year older, you're wiser. That'd be really great. Actually.
Michelle, I'm working on the etched pens. We have the capability now. I just have to figure out the correct app for our website to make sure that the information gets sent over.
It's communicated. So it's a little trickier than you would think.
It is. It's surprising. Anyways, so thank you all so much for being a part of our community.
Yeah.
Thank you for being one of the 70 people that showed up, which is crazy. It's a ton of people. And guess what? Hey, guess what?
What?
You're a hero. Guess who else is a hero?
You.
Sure, me too. But everyone watching, everyone out there,
all of you,
you are all a hero. And if you need someone to say it, I'm saying it right now. You're incredible. You're capable of incredible things. And if there was a movie about you, I'd watch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's
all right.
good.